Hi, my name is Linda Williams, and today me and my group is doing acceptance and commitment therapy with emphasis on relationship frame theory.
I'm Ambria.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, and I'll be the therapist today working with Ambria, and we're going to talk about some anxiety and depression that she's experiencing, and I'm going to use the Eye of the Hurricane, which is a mindfulness activity that enhances the ACT therapy model. Hey, Ambria, how are you?
I'm good. I'm here.
You're good? You're here? Okay, so do you want to talk about that a little bit? You're just here today, or?
Yeah. Let's go with the flow.
Going with the flow. Okay. So we're gonna kind of recap some things. So last time we were here, we talked about all of these things that are causing anxiety in your life, and then how that anxiety is kind of causing some depression. And we talked about we kind of got into like what those things were. But today I kind of want to focus on specifically what is causing your anxiety and how that's making you feel. Okay. So can you tell me some things that you feel like are making you feel anxious?
So really lately it's with work. Um, it's just it's not enough hours in a day, and I know I have to do these things to be committed to these things. It's just like it's not working. Lately my schoolwork hasn't really been a reflection of me, but I feel like I got too much going on, too much on my plate more than I can eat, and it's just like I really don't know what route to take. I just really want to give up at this point. It's really just stressful.
Mm-hmm. So what I heard you say was that school, work, and just life in general is kind of adding this pressure to you, and you want to give up.
Pretty much, it's just dreading. It's just I don't know. It's just dreading.
Dreadful, yeah. And I can understand that. That does sound like a lot, school and work, and you've taken all these tasks on and kind of had to juggle them, and it's just kind of been hard to learn how to fit all of those things into your life. Is that what I'm hearing? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And then I heard you say that the work you've been turning in isn't really a reflection of you. So can you kind of explain that to me? What do you mean by that?
Like I do the work, but because I have so much going on, I'm not able to put all into my work, and it shows through my grades. Like I'm a straight A student, and lately I've been getting B's, C's, and D's on my assignments, and I know I'm more than that. I've been having the same professors, and I know they know what I'm capable of more, but it's just so much going on in my life right now. It's just super, super hard, and I really don't know what's going on. I've been getting grades back, and they just been like not okay. Like I'm really a perfectionist in my works, and I really want to make my family proud. But at this route, I don't think I'm doing them justice at all.
Okay. So I'm honestly hearing some acceptance of kind of the situation you're in, which sounds like you know you can do better.
Yes,
But you do? Okay, so you're accepting that part. You know that your work, your training isn't good, and you know you can do better. Okay, so I want to commend you on that because I think that's a huge first step, accepting where you're at, which is the situation right now. We got a lot going on with school and work and making family proud. And that's a lot on you, Ambria, and you're doing it. You're actively doing it, even if it is hard and it feels like you're not doing it as well as you said because you feel as if you're a perfectionist and you want to do things at that level. So we accepted that. I'm glad that we're in this stage. I think that the next stage to move to would be committing to a different lifestyle, committing to improving where you're at right now. So can we talk about maybe some ideas that you might have for how you can start committing to a different lifestyle or changing?
Well, I actually have been thinking about this. I kind of want to, go to my manager and, tell her to, like, cut back on my hours because 40 plus hours a week is not conducive to, like, school. But I know I have to pay the bills, but I think it's what's going to be best for me, but I really just don't know. But I really, really been thinking about it. I've been talking to my mom about it. I know I can't cut back on school, so it's really my only choice. I really want to be committed to, school because I know that's where I want to be in the long run. So I'm really thinking about, contacting my manager at bills still gotta get paid, and I don't really know what's up to take after that, but that's really only a thought, but.
Okay. And honestly, a thought is a great place to start. And it sounds like you've talked to your mom and kind of thought these things over. So there's two pieces to the commitment piece and acceptance and commitment therapy. The first piece is the direction you want to go. So you mentioned to me that school is your direction. To you, it's work to pay your bills, but that's your goal, right? That's your dream.
Yes.
Okay? Just want to make sure I heard that right. So that's your direction. So we're going to commit to working really hard to school. You think you can start committing to that, working really hard at making that piece really, like, just focusing on that piece?
I really think I can work
Mhm.
towards making that my main priority.
Okay.
I just know if that's the case, it works. So something I have to give at work.
Okay. And for that, the second piece of commitment is you got your direction. Now you have this choice. And that kind of goes with your values. So your value is lying over here with your direction, which is school. So your choice, as you mentioned, might be, this might not be what you want to do, but it could be talking to your manager, as you said, as you thought about. That would be your choice on cutting back hours. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I might do that.
Might do that?
It's easier said than done though.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I know when I get that schedule, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I can work all these shifts, but I think I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what's best, but I don't know. I just want to be committed to school. Really.
Yeah. And that's great. I'm glad that you know what you want to be committed to. I think that's a good place to start in the commitment area because you have to be really confident in that. And you have to know that that's something that you can fully commit to. So I think that you're here and you're on the way and you're working on it really hard. And I do want to commend you. And I honestly, Ambria, working 40 hours and going to grad school, that's a tough one. So from where we're at right now, I think you're doing great. And I know that might not be a lot of encouragement for you, but I am proud of you. So how do you feel about getting into our activity today?
I think I'm ready for it.
You ready? Okay. So the Eye of the Hurricane is an activity which helps you be mindful. So we've been talking about mindfulness lately and talking about how you can kind of get out of your head, which is the anxiety and the depression is kind of causing you to be up here. You know, we've got a lot of things going on we spoke about. So what I'm going to ask you to do is kind of let loose and get really comfortable in your seat. Yeah, just whatever you got to do. Once you get comfortable, I'm going to ask that you close your eyes. And I want to envision yourself as in the middle of the hurricane. The hurricane is school, and the hurricane is work, and life, and all of these things are kind of being thrown at you right now, right? And I want you to envision yourself as the eye of the hurricane. So, I don't know if you know much about hurricanes, but the eye is what we call the calmness. So I want that to be you, okay? I want you to kind of channel the inner calmness in yourself and be able to kind of harness that. So, once again, can you name some of the things that are surrounding you in the hurricane?
School, paper, a lot of papers. I just see a lot of papers in this hurricane. Quizzes, discussion boards, classmate groups. Wow, that's a lot of stuff in this hurricane.
So you
Work, managers, co-workers, nagging. My mom. Bills. A lot of bills.
Okay. Now that we've kind of named these things that have been keeping you in your head and kind of keeping you out of the present moment, I want you to think about those things objectively and put yourself right in the center of the storm, okay? All the stuff is flying around you, but it can't touch you. It's just around you, okay? So be right there in the center and kind of tell me some things that might make you a little calmer. Can you think of something that could slow your thoughts down or a happy place you could be?
So getting all those tasks done are actually making them like disappear from the hurricane. So that actually is able just to talk to someone just about my stress. So my mom, for instance, being able to talk to her about what's going on.
So those things, those supports, your mom, feeling accomplished because you finished some things you can mark off your list, like those quizzes and things, that can start centering you. So, you know, maybe you're having a really stressful week and you have 5 papers due and you get 1 done. You can focus on that, right? That'll feel good to cross that off, don't you think? Like, so you crossed 1 off. How does it feel? Do you feel lighter in the middle?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then you had a really stressful day and you call mom and she makes you feel better. What is that like?
It's like the sun coming back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the storm kind of calms down a little bit. Okay. Let's focus on that commitment part. You said you wanted to commit to school because that's your value, that's Ambria's value, and that's what's important to her. So where did that come from? Where did that piece come from?
I always I love learning, I love education. And it's kind of like I'm the only one in my family who has graduated from school and who's been able to, you know, accomplish that milestone. So I feel like that's the piece that, a part of me that I have set aside for my family that they can, you know, appraise me over. But it's a benefit for me because I'm able to learn, I'm able to help others. And it's my passion to be able to help others. But I think more so it's just that this anxiety comes when I'm falling short of helping others or making others proud. But I know, like, as far as like if I can continue to work, you know, I can continue to, you know, push myself without being stressful, putting too much pressure on my self-worth. I'll be able to, you know, still do those things and accept things for what they are.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to open your eyes now. So, what did that feel like?
It actually felt good. I feel like I'll be able to use that technique really when, you know, things are getting stressful. It just helped me to stay focused, you know, become aware of where I'm at now.
Yeah.
A lot of times I worry about what's happened in the past or what's, you know, might happen in the future.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of what's happening right now.
Right.
And I'm in a position to, you know, change what can happen in the future. So.
Yes, that's a great realization. I mean, I didn't intend for you to have such a breakthrough, but I love that you realized that. And I think that that's the core of the commitment part because you've identified your direction, school, and then now you've kind of identified these things that can help you get, you know, clear the path. We kind of threw the papers over here and we've work schedule, we'll figure that out, and you can see now. It's clear, it's not so cluttered, and that feels good.
It does, really does. Like, I'm able to breathe.
And breathe? Okay, good. And I think if you can use that, maybe if you're having a stressful day, implement that. That could be something that you do to kind of relieve some of that anxiety that you're feeling and hopefully make you feel better. And I also want to focus a little bit on that self-determination piece. I heard you say, you know, if you can kind of get these things accomplished, you can have your mom, and you can do it, that you can do it, right?
I can.
You can, and I love to hear that. So let's accept the fact that we're gonna do this, right? And Bria's gonna get that degree.
Yeah, I am, for sure.
Yeah, that's great, and I love that. I know you can do it. I believe in you, and I think that you believing in you is so powerful. So I want you to keep doing that, okay?
Yes, I will.
All right. Can you just stop it?